Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play the Guild of Dungeoneering. And when we last left off, we have new trophies. Mainly, goblin teeth from the Orc Warlord. Excellent! We also have 183 gold, which we're going to use to expand the guild. We could buy various places to get, say, the cat burglar or the apprentice. But right now, actually, we're going to search the options here. The woodworker will provide us with the heater shield, which gives us fire 2 and +1 health, the crossbow, which gives swift 2, the arcane wand, which is arcane 1 and growth 1, and the hand axe, which gives blade 1 and crush 1. How handy. The leatherworker provides us with the skull cap, which gives us armor 2, the mage robes, which gives us holy 1, arcane 1, and fire 1. It looks like a dress, but more wizardy. And the wolf pelt gives growth 2 and 1 health, and fire 1 and arcane 1 from the leather-bound tome. The curio shop has a lot of peculiar items like the troll femur, the daisy chain, the winged staff, and the masquerade mask. We're going to build that one last. For now, we're going to build the leatherworker. Basically, we're going to put the leatherworker here. We're also going to build the woodworker, which we're going to put here. We could also build another actual class building, which might be interesting. We could build the library for the apprentice, or the hidden den for the cat burglar. I think we're going to build the library for the apprentice, purely so that we have the apprentice. So, the apprentice shall go over here.
A practical student who's always prudent, yet very pretentious and conscientious. Another nuisance for our amusement. I give to you an apprentice.
We give to you Edwin, the Grand Thayan Wizard, rather. There is our apprentice. Seems to let anyone become a guild master these days. You seem quite annoyed about that. Let us go and do an adventure. We have a new one actually to do here, which is None Shall Pass, which is defeat a skeleton. And quest number 2, flee. Fair enough. We could try the a victimless crime again. However, I think we will try scorching spoils once more. This time with an apprentice. Apprentices, as you can imagine, have a wide variety of magical attacks at their disposal. Apprentices also have the Fire 1 ability by default. And that's basically their ability. They start with Fire 1. So, let's be more careful this time. I don't suppose you could simply explain pleasantries instead of more boorish dueling. I'm afraid not, Edwin. It's time for combat. Now, as you can see here, we have Sparks, Fire Blast, and Sparks. Fire Blast is actually from Fire 1, so we're just going to use Fire Blast here. We have Talented, yep, starts with Fire 1. And the Warrior's Spirit, which isn't going to be so useful at the moment, will be later. We might lose this, actually, but we won't because we have Fire Shield, which blocks 1 magic damage and deals 1 magic damage. So actually, oh, that's annoying. So we're going to block that with Intuition, which means we draw 2 cards. Fortunately, we have another Fire Shield, and we also have Zap, which is an interesting card because it's a quick magic spell. So we just go Zap, Zap. Should have called this person Hocus if we have a Zap spell. Now, a Hand Axe. That's a nice card to get. That's a very nice card to get. We're not going to get out of your treasure chamber. That's not going to happen. Because actually, for the time being, what we're going to do is we're just going to put lots of monsters around so that we can fight them. It's simply dreadful indeed. We need to get a fair amount of loot before we actually go and... Ow! I shall counter you with magic! I missed my spiky ability already. Fortunately, we have Bash. Kapow! And I do believe we have won. Purely because the goblin hit itself. and admittedly we hit it. As you can see, the amount of equipment that we're getting is actually getting better. We're generally getting slightly better loot, because we've bought equipment and, well, areas so that we can get better loot. Gnolls have Fury, zombies have Decay. We're actually going to try and defeat a zombie here. Put a spider here as well. And we could put this room here, just in case we need a dead end. Oh, the majestic zombie. A fine specimen, too. I'm not sure I'd say that's a fine specimen. Fortunately, we can start dealing some massive amounts of damage already. There we go. And Decay deals 1 point of damage to itself. Here is where we really want the fire shield to block one of those points of magic damage. Fortunately, it counters our point of magic damage too. We'll use Swift here to draw a card. We need that card. Fortunately, it didn't give us what we wanted, which was a ability to negate that point of healing effectively. Ooh, Spook with a point of meh. We'll use Sparks here, purely as a way to deal damage. Now we use Slice. However, there's a good chance we could die here. But no, because we have Zap, which is a quick ability. We deal damage before anything else happens, and we win. We are indeed quicker than thee. That's a good card. That's a really good card, though. 50 gold to get the skull cap as an item? Yes, please. Good item. We could put a fire elemental there, but we're not actually going to do that, because that is silly. We will, however, put a massive gem here. Massive gem? Simply vulgar. Well, it's also simply loot that we just got. So we could put gnolls in various places. In fact, we actually will put gnolls in various places. We'll do this, and we'll put a gnoll here. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce that properly. But we will fight this ghost. Now this time, we actually have things that will block the ghost's abilities, because we're a mage of sorts. We can use Fire Blast here. We may be hit for 1, but your resistance of physical damage there is useless. And also, I might add that we can deal 1 point of damage to you, because we have actual magic damage. And because we have a Swift ability, you're not getting healed. You are perishing. Now, we're going to take the... we don't want to take any of these items, actually. We're just going to take some gold. But by getting to the chest, we open it and get some loot. And I'm actually going to take the scimitar. The scimitar is just a very good all-round weapon, so we'll have that. What else do we have? I don't actually want to fight a... don't actually want to fight any of those. We don't need to. And that's probably why I died so many times in that video when we died horribly. Because I fought needless battles. Also, 3 repel, pretty good. Also, headbutt here, also pretty good. Kapow! However, Fury has now been activated, so we need to deal with this one quickly. Mainly, we need to use Zap, which is the quick magic ability, followed by Sparks. To win! Although it was a close call thing. Club. Actually, I don't want any of those. Just give me some gold. I think we'll put another ghost here, actually. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be saying that I'm putting a ghost somewhere. But there you go. We could put a fountain here. Hope it's a good one. Is it a good one? It is! You are indeed to carry all these things yourself, Edwin. That's a very Edwin thing to say. Draw 2 cards, I think. To counter the fact that you made me discard one. And we'll use shift here, so we can draw another card. We are basically drawing options left, right and centre, including the ability to make you entirely ignore that point of attack. And we'll just hit you some more. And because we've held on to a swift card, all that damage we're about to take doesn't matter. Very, very handy. We could take that, or we could just take some more gold. We don't actually want to fight another owl bear or bear owl. So actually we just want to do that right now. And just let him move into where the ghost is. This never used to happen in finishing school. Indeed, whatever that is. Well, Zap is the only ability that's actually going to be useful here. Ow! Just gonna have to use Slice here to deal some harm. Not a lot of harm, though. Oh dear. It's kind of bad. We could perish here. We are not going to perish here, thanks to a quick card. Quick cards are really good. We already have one of those, and we have one of those, so we'll just sell it for gold. We'll just sell it for gold. Actually, at this point, we don't actually want to put any more monsters down. At all. So let's not put any more monsters down. The reason why we don't want to put any more monsters down beyond that room... We could put monsters in that actual room with the... use that. We don't want to put any monsters beyond the room with the fountain. Mainly because if we do that... By the way, that +1 damage for unblockable becomes really useful later on. It's not so much useful now against this monster. We want to hold on to the heroism ability. The heroism ability is really going to be helpful to us. It's really going to be useful. And I believe that is nearly it. You're not going to heal, we're going to hit you. And... with a dice card, we have assured our victory. Kapow! And we get another chest. We'll sell that. And we did not get a shield, so we'll just take some more gold, thank you. We could put a zombie here. And we'll put some gold in there as well. We've pretty much got a nice clean run to get that final chest. Who leaves a gold pouch just sitting on the ground like this? I do! 'Tis I! And the first thing we get is a card that's not really that good for us. But we can at least deal damage to him. We definitely want to use this fire shield at this point. Just slowly whittle down the zombie. And then we want to use counter. We're not blocking any physical damage, but we are adding that point of decay. At this point, I actually want to use dice. Because we know that this one doesn't have an unblockable move. And the decay will kill it. We'll take it. It's the first actual offhand item that's really useful to us. Anything that we can... No, we're not actually going to put any of them anyway. We're just going to end our turn here. It'll basically follow along to where the fire elemental is. We could put a ghost here. We in fact will put a ghost there, just for one more monster. And hopefully we can deal with the fire elemental. It'll actually be really not great if we can't deal with that fire elemental. Actually want to use Mind Strike here. You'll also notice it's surrounded by lots of tiles, which means it actually has less health. Which means that we can kill this even more capably. We didn't use the one that dealt 1 point of damage, primarily because it we wouldn't have been able to kill it with the 2 points of damage, with it being tenacious. Crossbow, club, all of these are not very good at all. So we'll take some gold, and we'll hope that we can defeat the fire elemental. Oh, I hope we can defeat the fire elemental. Come on, Edwin. Don't let me down. I don't use apprentices that much. Don't let me down. That's actually not bad. But I think we have less health than the fire elemental to begin with. The quick card is potentially going to be really useful here. The quick card is potentially going to save us. Or not. Oh dear. I think we've gone all this way to perish. Yep, at the end of the day, Edwin was not a good match for this fire elemental. Oh dear. Swift card is not going to help, because we're going to get 2 damage here and perish. Splat.
This is the Guild of Dungeoneering, where dungeoneers all come to die. One by one, they're disappearing. So now you should say your goodbyes. Bye-bye.
Unfortunately, Edwin was not able to deal with this. He was indeed completely unremarkable in every way. Every way. So, when we come back, folks, maybe a different person will be able to deal with that. Or maybe we'll go do a few missions on the other little area. Or we might buy another charm. Or we might buy the 4th Dungeoneer. Who knows? Who knows? I'll catch you next time. And I'll see you later. Later.